growth, self-development, and abundance. An adventurous, young Filipino entrepreneur taking life's course one step at a time. Develop self-confidence by being your authentic self. Only here at Lorraine's Review. The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following segments are those of the host and guest only. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Registered nurse siya, 'di ba? Sa dami ko ring naging guest, ang dami rin talagang registered nurse. And as you can see, 'di ba? Sila yung mga tao din, type of people na nag-explore outside their profession, 'di ba? Kasi at the same time, former medical representative din siya. And of course, hindi lang 'yon. Business owner as well, 'di ba? A loving mom, Muslimpreneur. And I really love how she present herself to people. Especially kahit online man yan. Look at her now, di ba? As you can see on the screen. Di ba? And of course, passionate leader in our community. So, everyone, let us all give a warm welcome dito sa podcast natin kay Coach Helena Langkuno. Hi, Coach Len!
Hi, Miss Lorraine. Thank you so much for inviting me. Actually, matagal na akong nanonood, no, sa mga value contents, no, very valuable, and you can really learn a lot. And I'm excited to share somehow what can I offer in your platform. And thank you.
Yes, 'di ba? Sobrang grateful talaga ako and blessed na nag-guest din si Coach Len, 'di ba? For this time kasi sobrang busy niya rin talaga pero nag-make time siya for tonight, 'di ba? For everyone. So grab this opportunity to learn. Kasi ano ba yung topic natin for this specific episode? So for tonight, kasi ito yung topic na pinag-isipan din talaga kasi I've been hearing about this term from many people. Okay? And I had an idea what it is, but of course, as someone who always seeks for new perspective and learnings from people with more experience and insights about the specific topic that we have for this episode, I have invited Coach Len nga, 'di ba? The best person to talk about it. So ngayon, let's talk about the sandwich generation. And if you're here sa natin FB Live ha, let's be engaging. So if you have an idea, 'di ba? Can you type yes if you have an idea about sandwich generation? And ako, I am deeply curious din kasi, am I a part of it ba? Kasi in generation, 'di ba? Hala, part ba ako niyan, 'di ba? So I'm not really sure. So, how do we even know if part ba talaga tayo noon, 'di ba? So, eto na, simulan na natin siya. So, simulan natin sa first nating question, 'di ba? So, ito, syempre, we would like to know muna, ano ba talagang meaning, Coach Len, ng sandwich generation specifically?
Ayan. So, sandwich generation, actually, na-learn ko lang din siya when I was doing the business already. So, sandwich generation is you are taking good care of your parents. Not naman literally na you are really the one hands-on taking care of them, but you are looking after their health kasi nga they are going to the senior years and or magre-retire na. And then, you also have a kids to take care. Growing family to take care. Kaya siya sandwich generation kasi nasa gitna kayo. You will take care of your parents and you will take care of your growing family. So, yun. So, usually, ang mga nandito na generation nasa 20s to 30s or 20 to 40s. Yan. Early 20s to 40 years old. So, it's a new experience or a new level of growth kasi dati ikaw inaalagaan ng parents mo. So ngayon, you will take care of them, no, look after them. At the same time, nag-aalaga ka na rin ng growing kids mo. So yun, Miss Lorraine.
Yes, 'di ba? So specifically, asset is para ka talagang palaman. Palaman. Yan. Ayan, 'di ba? So, ayun, 'di ba, at least mas naliwanagan tayo. Bakit sandwich? Kasi technically, you're taking care of two generations. You're in between two generation, 'di ba? Your own family and of course, your parents or even yung generation na nag-alaga din naman sa'yo, 'di ba? Pero ito, I'm deeply curious din sa part kasi syempre, pero ayun pala nasagot ni Coach Helena kanina na paano mo malalaman kung part ka. Technically dun sa generation din nasa 20s or 30s technically, 'di ba? Pero ito I'm curious din sa part na syempre with the different cultures that we have globally, 'di ba? Not just in the Philippines but in different countries then third world, first world countries, 'di ba? So I'm curious po yung about sa as practice when it comes to practice of first world countries, what does it look like? Or 'di ba somehow, ano yung difference 'di ba compared to countries where families are closely knitted, especially yung mga Christian dominated countries as well, 'di ba? So yun po, what does it look like or what can you say about it po, Coach Len?
Ayan, so very controversial topic, no? Anyway, it depends naman on preferences on every family member. So, we here in the Philippines, meron naman din tayong mga home for the aged. So, ito yung mga family members na or group of people na wala na talagang no family member na capable or have the time, no, have the time to take care of them. So I was able to encounter one of my clients before years ago na nasa home for the aged siya. He's very very rich and well ano na family, and he just want to be there. Ayun. So personally, it depends on ako personal opinion ko, it really depends on the preference on the values, the perspective or the goal on each family members. But sa atin dito on not specifically in the third world country, there are a lot of countries or families who are very closely, di ba, yung parang hindi kaya mawala sila, mga ganun, okay? So, it doesn't matter naman if nasa home for the aged sila or they're with you, as long as the bond and the relationship no, to your elders is there. Okay, so I know a friend from the United States, kailangan yung mom nila nasa home for the aged because they could not provide the setup na needed and the medical care and yung parang hands-on na, kasi in the Philippines you can hire private nurses, right? But abroad, I think it's quite expensive, and they have a program for that na it's part of their insurance, or they have a system for na mag-aalaga sa kanila. But unfortunately, here in the Philippines, we don't have that kind of support. Okay? So, ako, I don't have any favor. I'm not negative or positive either way, kasi what's important is what's good for them, na maalagaan sila. They're not neglected. Their needs, their love, okay? So, importante is when we have elders, regardless nasa sayo siya, or they're living in their own home with some assistance, or in some countries or some areas na they have to be in a home for the aged or alike. Importante is we're there, no, you show their love, hindi sila pabayaan, because it's our time to give back naman sa kanila, because they spend, 'di ba, most of their time they spend or they work hard for you to provide you a good life, prepare you for your adulthood, or even prepare you to your career. So it's our time to really give back to them. So yun, Coach Lorraine, I don't have, and it depends. Okay, kasi every family members, every culture has different values and goals but the goal naman is for them to have a good life, 'di ba, as their age. Yan.
Yes, 'di ba? Kasi ano din siguro based din sa media ganyan or sa social media nakita rin kasi natin 'di ba coach yung different culture or different traditions when it comes to that. Kaya ako rin natanong kasi usually 'di ba here in the Philippines kasama yung
Mm.
family 'di ba? Kasi closely knitted talaga tayo. And doon naman sa may mga iba kasi na 18 years old pa lang 'di ba, umaalis na sila sa family, living independently. So it really depends with again, the culture or even the yun, values na sinabi nga ni Coach Len. And very subjective din kasi talaga to if you want na kasama mo yung family mo at home or separately living ka na rin, 'di ba? Or even situational, just like what Coach Len kanina sinabi, may mga tao din kasi na in their government, okay, available yung needs or na kumbaga nabibigyan ng suporta through the government or even yung system that they have in their country, 'di ba? So with my ano lang din po, with my siguro narinig lang din 'di ba or yung parang idea ko about this naman, when it comes to yun nga sa ibang lugar kasi or sa ibang family, sanay sila, 'di ba? It's their culture na 18 pa lang or even as early as 16 years old, living independently na, 'di ba? And then, of course, may mindset sila na ang sabi nila is that hindi nila somehow yung mindset nila is they need to take care of the family that they will build. Parang ganon, 'di ba? So, kumbaga, kaya they live independently na agad. And then, of course, sa ano naman, other perspective or other families naman, they live with their parents until they become an adult na, 'di ba? And technically, they support them as well as of way of giving back na din to their own families, 'di ba? And I just wanna ask this part then, by taking care of our family din, or parents, 'di ba? Syempre one thing or pinaka-major talaga na challenge diyan, Coach Len, is, and I think you would totally agree to this, is the health part, 'di ba? One of the biggest challenge yun. Now that you've mentioned it, 'di ba, na you're very neutral about it, but especially sa taking care of parents, one thing yun, very yun, kumbaga non-negotiable yun for you, diba? So tell us more about naman kung paano mo din tinitake care, diba? Or somehow, paano mo masasabi na natitake care mo din yung health ng family mo?
Ayan. So I don't know if you would agree with me or some of the audience here would agree with me na kahit nasa medical field ka, pinakamahirap, no? Minsan hindi maniwala ang mga family members mo. Okay, sila pa yung mga matigas ang ulo. Okay, so when it comes naman, both of my parents, before we were introduced to this company, who's very health focused, so it's alternative. Hindi naman siya alternative, but it's more focused on health prevention, health maintenance, like preserving the natural homeostasis of health. Before that, they are taking more or less 10 to 15 maintenance every day. And I see how their health deteriorated. And when I was introduced to this company, dun talaga namulat yung mind ko na medication plus 20% medication, and it's 20% medication, I'm sorry, and 80% lifestyle change. So it should be symbiotic, and mas maganda yung effect ng medication and the health condition of the person. So with that, no, I influence my family, my parents basically, to combine their medication and then 80% health. So we changed their diet. Hindi naman ganun kadali to change their diet, but what we did is we just created or like menu that's more or less hindi naman siya, it's still tasty, but the healthy way of cooking it. And then, of course, exercise. We cannot. My mom is a little bit of obese, but a little bit of ano lang, movement. And my father is really conscious on his yung kanyang physical health. And the biggest part is we added nutritional sa kanila. So they've been taking more than 10 nutritionals because they cannot get it enough na sa food, and they have degenerative diseases. So there's a lot of micronutrients that need to be replenished in order for their body to repair, and para mas effective yung medication. So with medications, lifestyle change, and specific nutritionals that they need, that is a pharmaceutical grade, after 2 years, it's our cardiologist na nag-remove ng some medications. Because you cannot just remove medications agad-agad, di ba? Kasi mas grabe yung effect sa katawan. So 2 years on 20% medication and then 80% lifestyle change, hydration, proper supplementation. From 10 to 15 medications, naging 2 na lang siya until now. So it's a very minimal dose kasi nga they already have hypertension, pre-diabetes. So at least ano lang, pang protection lang. So there are a lot of nutritionals that we gave them, but one lang I will share and stand out is for the fish oil. Okay, so we use the brand by Omega. So kasi nga they are aging, and then of course it's not something naman na it can prevent memory loss or Parkinson's or something, but alam naman natin when we age, 'di ba? Our brain is very important kasi neurons age also. So that's why I wanna highlight this one, the fish oil, because 80% of ng brain natin is good fats. And hindi naman siya masyadong nakukuha masyado sa food. So that's why we supplement it sa kanila. Kasi para maganda yung health ng kanilang brain. And aside from that, it has multiple effects, like it's good for their heart, it's good for their skin, of course, for their joints, for their arteries, and the cell basically. So I really love that. No, we give that to them and other nutritionals, and of course for the food. And they are already seniors right now. My dad is 65, my mom is 60, but ang ganda lang. Ako, I'm happy kasi they can do their daily activities living on their own with minimal assistance. So just like my dad, he's still driving, long drive, he's at the farm most of the time. You know, yung ganon, di ba happy ka na hindi sila bedridden, hindi sila maraming medication sa pabalik-balik sa hospital. So living a life na, of course, they are aging, but they age gracefully. Ayan, yun naman ang gusto natin for them. So, yun siya.
Yes, actually maganda nga po yung Biomega na yan kasi it is something that we've been using it for quite some time na din, 'di ba, as a family. And ang nagustuhan ko rin kasi sa product na to, it really offers one of the most concentrated na doses ng EPA and DHA na hindi usually yun yung laman ng mga usual fish oils, 'di ba? And this product is actually extracted from the smallest fish. So yung mercury content niya, 'di ba, sobrang minimal na. So it's really nice for our body. And when it comes to cellular function, balance yung immune response din natin, even lahat cardiovascular, joints, and etc. So overall health talaga. And yeah, and sabi kasi nila, Coach Len, usually sabihin nila, ay nakuha ko naman sa diet yan, nakuha ko sa fish, ganyan. Kung kumakain ako ng fish, 'di ba? So yun, just to add knowledge to that part lang, Coach Len, paano ba natin mako-correct yung ganong mindset na, ay nakukuha ko naman yan sa isda pag kumakain ako, 'di ba?
Yeah, so it's very common even to the medical field na we don't need nutritionals because nakukuha sa food, but maybe they are just misinformed kasi nasa journals naman ng doctors. So it's a journal, JAMA, or the Journal of American Medical Association. I just forgot what page, but it was published in 2008, I guess. Nakasabi doon, it is prudent and imperative for adult to take nutritionals nowadays. Bakit? Kasi noong unang panahon, medyo healthy pa yung soil. Healthy pa lahat, no? Walang large fries, walang unli rice, mga ganon. They are like backyard, like farm to table. But due to the demand, so there's really a change, no? Change in everything. And to make it simpler, example na lang, kasi nakalagay talaga doon, we need to take at least 22 calories a day just to get the enough nutrients, micro. And then more or less, kung bibilhin mo siya sa palengke lahat, it will cost you 1,500 pesos. So let's give you an example. Halimbawa, we need vitamin C. Kailangan naman siya. So we need to eat 20 oranges every day. Diba? Hindi kaya. Plus, mag-a-add ka pa ng zinc. No? Like 5 chicken breasts a day. Like fish, ilang salmon of fish yon. And of course, it's humanly impossible na kainin silang lahat. And these are essential micronutrients na hindi nakukuha, we need every day kasi doon nagfa-function yung cells natin eh. Kung like sasakyan, kailangan ng gasolina. Yung katawan natin, kailangan ng micro and macro. And we need 13 vitamins na micronutrients. We need 13 minerals. At the same time, 20 phytonutrients to, to help clean and assist the body. So, kung pagkain di kaya. So like fish, na-mention mo kanina. Fish by nature, sa dagat, di ba, minerals naman talaga yan sa dagat, high mercury content. So, pag too much fish naman yung diet, uric acid naman din ang labas kasi because of the heavy metals. Diba, heavy metals are it stays in the liver, it stays in the joints, and these are not, of course, mercury is not healthy. Di nga natin pwedeng hawakan, kainin mo pa kaya. And that's by nature, di ba? So, kaya mention mo kanina, the highest concentrated, that's true because there are a lot of fish oil in the market. And I just learned this from the company we're connected. Na the bigger the fish, the bigger yung heavy metals. So, kaya this company chooses the smallest fish, the anchovies, the deep sea water, kasi lesser heavy metal content. And trivia, sa fish ba nakukuha ang fish oil, good fats, EPA, DHA? Hindi. Nasa algae siya. Okay, nasa pinaka-deep, deep part ng dagat. And the first level of food chain is the anchovies. Kaya anchovies so anchovies tayo kumukuha ng fish oil. And dumaan pa siya ng distillation process just to remove the heavy metals and then the other stuff para pure yung makuha. Okay? So sa mga viewers dito, may assignment ako sa inyo. If you're taking fish oils, or if you're considering taking fish oils, and if you don't want to, you don't want to take the brand that we're using, you can buy naman any brand, test nyo lang. So, yung fish oil na yan, this is a styro test. Okay, this is not magic, this is scientific. Kasi the fish oil, by nature, natutunaw ang styrofoam sa chemical o chemistry, no, sa chemical compound ng fish oil. So, pag natunaw ang styrofoam, the fish oil is pure. If hindi matunaw ang fish oil, ay ang styrofoam, the fish oil content is mataas ang mercury and lead. Hindi siya pure. Alright? Second thing, they have a freezing point capability something. So, pag ilagay mo yung pure fish oil sa freezer, hindi siya nag-freeze. Hindi siya tumitigas. Ang hindi pure na fish oil, pag ilagay mo sa freezer, tumitigas siya. Okay, so it doesn't mean it's a fish oil, any source like shark. The bigger the fish, the scarier kasi mas malaming mercury and lead content. So just to test now, if the fish oil that you're buying, it's cost effective, like the value of your money, test it on a styro test and a freezing point. Okay, this is scientific. You can search about the styro and the fish oil, bakit natutunaw. There's no magic in it. It's just by, like salt and sugar natutunaw sa tubig. Alright? So, ang styrofoam natutunaw ang styro sa pure fish oil. So, that's it.
Grabe. So again, everyone, sa mga nakikinig ngayon live, diba, or even sa recorded natin, again, the name of the product is By Omega. So if you wanna know more about the products, even though, diba, grabe na yung insights din ni Coach Len about this product, but if still wanna know more about it, I'll be putting on a link on the description box sa recorded one na, para mas makita mo din yung mga details ng product na to. And of course, if you wanna avail, then, diba, I'll be putting on the link there. Or simply, you can chat us personally, diba? At I am Lorraine D and at Helena Langkuno. Ayan. So, ayun, so sa sa sobrang into helping the family din talaga si Coach Ren. If you personally know her, very family oriented din talaga, and really help her her parents specifically, 'di ba? Na-mention niya rin naman yun kanina, how close they are, 'di ba? Kaya mas very siya, meticulous kung ano yung dapat i-take nila as a family, kasi hindi ba pwedeng basta-basta lang, 'di ba? So, jumping back to my questions, kasi syempre, 'di ba? With the specific topic that we have right now, I want to know, kasi as a parent din ngayon, si Coach Len, 'di ba? With the beautiful children na nakikita ko lagi sa Instagram niya. But I want to know currently, to your wonderful children, ba, Coach Len, of course, would you prefer to practice, or paano mo ba ituturo when it comes sa kanila yung sa sandwich generation? Kasi I know this is a very controversial topic, but there's a lot of toxicity din kasi on the other side of it, 'di ba? So a lot of people see it na to help their loved ones, to help the people that they really care about. Other people naman, they see it parang investment siya, na parang, 'di ba, na there's like positive and negative side of it kasi talaga. So as a parent right now, Coach Len, to those wonderful kids that you have, I just want to know how you will do it to that generation, to the next generation then.
And nakamute. Miss Lorraine, are you referring to, medyo na-confuse lang ako, the discipline or in the health aspect for the next generation?
When it comes to sandwich generation, how will you apply it po? When it comes to, syempre, as a parent right now, 'di ba, for the next generation po, how would you teach them or even let them understand about it as well? On your perspective po. Kasi very
Alright.
subjective siya.
Yes. So, salute to all parents kasi there's no perfect parenting. Kahit anong basa sa libro. Iba-iba talaga siya. But with the kind of world we live in right now, it's the next generation is quite different, right? So I belong to the Gen Y generation. So the anong generation ba tong anak ko, mga AA or something, I don't know. But their generation is far different from our generation. So just like example, in their school, required ang iPad. Nagka-iPad lang tayo, ano ba? when after work, nagwo-work na, doon pa may iPad, ganon. So it's quite different. So before we're disciplined by our parents and very strict, right? But ngayon, if we are very strict to them, iba, parang they become rebellious or something. So the kind of like the world we live in right now, no, right now I'm not saying the future is gonna be the same. Um, we we give them the tendency kasi natin we become very protective, but what I learned is the first 12 years of life ng bata is very important. So diyan na develop ang confidence, values, mindset. So diyan, basically the 1 to 7 years old, they are a sponge. And then the 8 to 12 years old is the parang nagsesement. Okay, and after 12 years old, it's quite different to change an attitude or perspective or mindset after 13 years old. It will really require a lot of exposure to the kind of environment you want to teach them. So the 1 to 7 to 12 years old it's really different. Okay? So my challenge dyan kasi the way your parents taught you, it's quite different on how to teach this generation, the next generation. So this is not based on me, but based on the research on mga psychologists or the trainers. And I also confirmed that kung saan sila nag-school right now, I pinaschool ko sila on an international school where it cultivates positivity and application, learning by doing. Okay, and then so that when they are 13 and above, they are ready to the outside world because the outside world is quite cruel, right? Quite cruel. Okay, so in this generation, we give them a lot of freedom. Okay, and then if nagkakamali sila, we don't scold them, but we let them express and let them know na mali yung ginawa nila. And sila, we ask them what is their what could be the solution. Okay, so para they know. Kasi sa aking experience, them growing up with that kind of environment, they are more confident, intuitive, and curious, and they are more open sa'yo. Okay, so it's very important that we have the same bond that we have yung meron tayo sa parents natin, kasi when they after 13 years old, they will be with their friends most of the time. And the foundation, how we raise kids, I mean, this is very crucial, the 1 to 12 years old, because that's the kind of kids that we will put on the society. So the question is, wala namang masamang bata, 'di ba? It's just, I'm not saying the parents are bad, but it is our responsibility as parents to prepare these kids to be a contributor to the society or salot ng ekonomiya. So, so yun. So, with that, Coach Lorraine, with the Western world, I'm somehow open to it kasi they give them independence, but of course with parent supervision. And I also suggest for parents out there, it should start from us. We should start from us. So on our end, this is not taught in school that much in our generation, in my generation, about positivity, about the words are so powerful. So be careful of the words that we declare to our kids and the things that we think, and exposures, mindset about money. So I teach my kids money at a very young age. So they know about financial struggles, how to budget money, the importance of money. The goal naman is not to love money, but financial literacy, because financial literacy, it's never taught at school and it's not the school's job. So it should be taught at home, because majority of the problem starts on the finances. There are a lot of marriages, nagkaroon ng broken marriages because of finances. And like institutions problems because, stewardship of money. So, and of course, on the health side, I'm not strict with food, no? Kasi I let them eat naman din. I don't call it cheat day, but give a balance lang. It's 20%, 10 to 20% mga and then 80 to 90% healthier versions or a better options for them. So that's it.
I love it. And actually, nag-ano talaga ako. Gusto kong ma-reinforce, di ba, yung mga na-mention ni Coach Len kanina. Sabi niya, prepare them to the real world. Kasi yun naman talaga. Kasi di ba, when it comes to yung sandwich generation, again, may positive and negative, kasi, connotation yun, di ba? But then, as a parent, as you can see, di ba, si Coach Len, as a parent right now, siya, ang purpose niya or ang goal niya is to prepare her children to the real world. 'Di ba? So, yun yung kagandahan din as a parent pag ganun yung mindset mo kasi kumbaga you're teaching the person or you're teaching your children to be independent, 'di ba? So, yun freedom to express. I love that part then kasi you're not parang caging them na ito ka dapat, 'di ba? So, yun so yun yung din, yun din yung gusto ko rin talagang reiterate kasi yun nga, yung mga negative connotation about the sandwich generation itself is like sinasabi nga kasi parang ay, investment ko yung anak ko, pag lumaki yan, ganito yung course niya, pag kumita yan, 'di ba, ganito yung kita niyan, 'di ba? So, again, depende yun sa parent, but still, 'di ba, I really love how Coach Len lang din show her kumbaga, how she treat her children as early as now or even how she raised them. And yung part din na maging contributory sa society. Ano daw yung kanina? Ano yun, coach? Salad with
Salot sa lipunan.
or salot sa lipunan, o, 'di ba? So, kumbaga, eto, when you are actually teaching your children as early as now, 'di ba? As young as they are, to actually be responsible, 'di ba? In a way na pa rin, 'di ba? May enjoy pa rin lang yung childhood nila. So, it will break the chain kasi na parang sisisihin yung parent, kaya ako ganito, kaya ganito nangyari sa akin, etc. 'Di ba? So, yun din yung kagandahan doon. And there are no perfect parents, okay? So, yun yung love ko din doon kasi you have to, kumbaga your love for your parents should not be fragile na onting misunderstanding lang, magkakaroon na yan ng dent or anything na pagkakaroon talaga ng samaan ng loob. And of course, ito talaga, pinaka-impact sa akin ng answer ni Coach Len when it comes to, di ba yung question, balikan ko lang yung question na sabi, di ba, kung paano niya gagawin as a parent currently, paano niya ia-apply or ituturo yung sandwich generation or even maiwasan yung toxicity side ng sandwich generation, 'di ba? So sabi niya financial literacy. Tama tama talaga 'di ba? Kasi you have to teach them as young as they are what is the value of money, what is the importance of saving, what is the importance of syempre, kumbaga yung mismong value ng money na hindi siya basta-basta and you really have to build your wealth or to build your finances, 'di ba? To be financially independent as well. O 'di ba? Yun yung best part din talaga, financial literacy. So, sabi ko talaga tamang tao talaga si Coach Len to talk about this, 'di ba? With all the health part as well, 'di ba? The finances part, it all comes with with the proper mindset then when it comes to being part of a sandwich generation. So, to answer the question, am I a part of it? So again, it depends, okay? It depends kung, 'di ba, if you're in a situation right now na you are taking care of your family, like yung mother, father, elders, 'di ba? Elderly sa family nyo. And at the same time, you're also building your own family as well. So eto, again, depende siya sa magiging perspective mo if it is gonna be something that you really want, 'di ba? Or is it something na burden for you? So, ayun, ibang topic naman din kasi pag sabihin na natin kung burden siya, 'di ba? So, thank you so much, Coach Len, for giving us so much value tonight. I know, 'di ba, sobrang busy person, pero nag-make time talaga. And eto din, sa sobrang galing ni Coach Len when it comes to content as well, I want you, Coach Len, to plug naman your social media. And if you have any promotions din po, this is the best time to do it po.
Ayan, okay. So you're really pushy. Ato na talaga, no, sign na talaga to really, there are a lot of people asking me or like asking me to give valuable contents online. So you're really pushing me to do that. Anyway, if you wanna connect, let's connect. No, let's connect. You can add me on Facebook. My name is Maria Helena Dipon Langkuno. And on Instagram, it's Helena Langkuno. And I have my own page, and you can search it naman on my Facebook account. So we talk about, I share about my life, my kids, my opinions, health, the community that we have, and inputs and wisdoms that we learn along the way. Yon.
Yun. So let's follow at Helena Langkuno na po sa Instagram and add her on Facebook, 'di ba? So para matunghayan niyo na din yung sinasabi kong wonderful kids ni Coach Len, 'di ba? And with that, I would like to promote the next episode. So it's gonna be about embracing vulnerability and let that naked emotions, 'di ba, be seen kasi hindi naman yan weakness. So let's talk more about that next week, same day, Tuesday. And ito, I just want to remind everyone, if it is your first time to hear from me or from us, diba, especially live ngayon, thank you so much for being here, even kung recorded man, diba? Thank you so much for spending your time listening to our thoughts, and I hope to hear from you personally. Kaya naman, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, and share this with your friends, and comment your content suggestion din, kasi syempre, diba, mas alam namin kung ano ba yung kailangan nyo din na value-adding contents. And of course, um, you could also rate us once this is recorded already. Rate us 5 star sa Spotify, or even subscribe and like sa sa YouTube, 'di ba? Para naman mas madami pa tayong matulungan through this platform, 'di ba? As simple as liking, clicking that subscribe button, or even hitting the rate, 'di ba? You'll be able to help us to reach more people through this platform. And for more updates, let us connect and be friends. Follow me on my socials. It's gonna be at I am Lorraine DYY. Everywhere na yan, okay? So, isipin mo na lahat ng social media. Okay, so again, as I always say to end this episode, whatever is thinkable is possible. And don't forget to make someone smile today. Kaya naman, thank you so much, Coach Lan, for being with us. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye.